Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Canon Fire. On this episode, we had a host join us or rejoin us, James Alexander Ramos, for not only hosting the location where we recorded this, but also being on the show and arguing with us, especially our guest host, Daniel Kimbrough. And always yours truthfully here, leading the charge, Adrian, masterful dude of doodliness, Mike Wes, joined as always with Jim, the man Ramos, and Julio, the co-host Vidal. In this part of this three-parter episode, we spoke about racial washing and Sulu being gay in the new Star Trek Beyond.
Hi, and once again, welcome to my awesome show, Canon Fire.
It's not your show.
These are my imaginary
It's not your
friends,
show.
because I am literally insane.
There's no disagreement with that.
Nah, this is Jim from 5,000 years ago, and that is current Jim. That's that guy that's always.
I'm actually only 12, but it's been a hard 12.
And that's hatred.
That gets confusing with this whole thing.
Yeah.
So this is responsible for this.
Yep. I'm his fault.
Responsible.
Actually, it's his mother's. She was coming.
Oh.
Awkward family.
Have we just lost our PG rating?
Yeah. This is YouTube, buddy.
Holy crap.
You know what's funny is at least he takes responsibility for his failures.
I know.
What about you?
I
He just took responsibility for that?
No, he said no. That's
he
his
said it was my mom's fault.
That's true.
And I met Brenda. Brenda's a doll.
Wait a minute.
Never denied it.
You want to see something? So what happened to the Trans Am? Yeah.
Right?
Yo, I thought we were gonna talk about
ruined by your mother's mechanic.
Oh, okay.
To another exciting
Oh,
episode
mother's
of Family
mechanic.
Feud, Canon
Okay,
Fire.
again, not your fault.
No.
Got it.
Family Feud.
The
Canon
story is
Fire.
different.
How would your mother tell us?
Don't worry, that's not canon.
I haven't
That's all.
seen Jim this mad since they made Superman red and blue.
Anyway.
Well, you're both wearing Spider-Man shirts.
The same Spider-Man shirt.
It is. And
got me for
there's a story
Father's Day.
behind this, right?
It's not much of a story. I got it for him for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Ah.
But I had to do a little bit of psychological torture first.
Spiders.
Why?
Well, because we met up at because I have my dad and my stepfather, so we all met
Camera,
up.
not Adrian.
Oh, you're right. So we
Adrian, you stand over there. We're gonna make a carbon cutout of Adrian.
a carbon cutout.
Yes.
What is a carbon cutout?
We're gonna
You know, like they use in Star Wars. You know, when
Carbonite?
froze.
Yeah, we're gonna
Anyway.
Adrian.
You're gonna carbonite freeze me? Wow, 2 Star Wars references.
and then
That's
carbonite
more than the
unfreeze
history of
you.
Canon Fun.
So we met up at Bass Pro Shop.
Yes.
Yeah, Bass Pro Shop. And I showed him a picture, on the phone. I was like, dude, look at this Spider-Man shirt that I bought. Isn't it really cool? He's like, oh yeah, it's a really cool shirt. And I just waited and I was like, okay, here, you can have it.
You whetted my appetite, then he actually delivered.
A lot of times I'll buy, like, if I see a shirt that I like.
Where do you stand on Spider-Man? Oh, by the way, you announced him, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Daniel Kimbrough.
Oh, have we?
One of the
The guy
original
that's
like,
actually here, yes.
Yeah, easy.
The guy that's always
Maybe.
arguing with people, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
even
and-
before that.
And also, one of the best rivalries we've ever had was James versus Kimbrough.
When we
On
started.
Fan Freaks, so.
Back when no one had arguments. Oh wait,
No,
that's now.
No, you two guys went at it like you were fucking writing a doctorate thesis.
Yeah.
More often than not, it was very intelligent debates, but there were so many snide remarks.
It was a heated debate.
Yeah, but it was good, man.
I mean, it's as
How
good
does
as-
it feel to finally meet?
It's what I expected. I mean, again, there's a huge difference between talking to someone on the
Anonymously.
and then, yeah, no, it's not even anonymous. I mean, we knew each other's names, but it's not the same. It's personalities don't really transmit through, especially not through a debate.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really get a personality with the debate. You get how people react in a debate, but it doesn't really say a whole lot about them.
So the pissing battle is over.
No,
I mean,
No.
a temporary ceasefire.
We still disagree on things, so I don't see that happening.
They need more water. They ran out of pee. Okay.
Where do you stand on Spider-Man love? Do you love Spider-Man? Do you hate him?
I like the original Spider-Man, the Spider-Man that came up from the 60s and so forth. But, like...
You mean 1966
yeah,
Spider-Man? Get the spider off me!
Yeah.
I'm the weirdest boner, right?
You like that Spider-Man?
Not the show, not like the
Right.
show, but the comics, the original Peter Parker, that sort of thing. I love the older comics. The newer stuff, I think, doesn't have quite the same heart
You want to switch?
No.
in a lot of
But it's
ways.
so annoying.
There are some
I
interesting
think
things that
Well,
come out of it, but I don't think it
I'm
has
being
the same
bored.
heart.
I think I can disagree, even though I'm no fan of the Spider. These two can attest. But Spider-Verse had a lot of great heart moments with Peter Parker and the entire, literally, Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Because it's so
Well,
big.
particularly the moment with him and Spider-Gwen.
Yes,
Like, where they both,
Yeah,
came to the
that
terms that they
was really-
failed
that
the
had
person
a
they
lot of
loved.
heart.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that.
that and that the other represents that person that they failed. That was a hard moment for both of them. I thought that was great.
Yes.
That was a cool
I never
moment.
got to ask you, but who's your favorite character in
But
comics?
In all of comics, I gotta go with Batman. I've always respected the character. I like the way that. I like what he represents as a character.
Are you saying that you appreciate the damage?
not damage so much as
Are you gonna get a tattoo on your forehead?
As a psychosis.
no.
See, I know you. Oh, go. Sorry, go ahead.
But I really love the idea that he has, through sheer effort, managed to make himself capable of standing with gods.
All right, so
Here
here
we go again.
So,
Not sheer effort, but sheer writing.
I love Batman, or I used to love Batman. Let me be specific.
When he was a man.
When he was a man, exactly.
But Superman's
So
not a
any
man.
story where Batman is still written with himself or with his pantheon, I love. It's when they tried to stand him next to gods where shit started to make no sense, in my opinion.
But keep in mind that part of that is bad writing everywhere.
Sure.
Okay. You have one of the main problems with DC is just the pure length of time
Sure.
that DC has been running.
Sure.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact that you have a large section of area in the middle here where you not only had bad writing but pandering on top of that.
Pandering to who though?
But when the comics code first started,
Oh.
and when they said, okay, everybody needs the sidekick because sidekicks sell and all this sort of stuff, you got really bad writing. There is
Yeah,
a
Golden
cover,
Age was really bad.
there's a Superman cover where Lois is drops a muffin off of her Bennington
Sure.
and onto Superman's foot, and he starts jumping as if it hurt his foot.
Right.
Okay, it's just stupid.
Yeah, but that was the golden age of comics.
Yeah, but they
All
can't-
kinds
but
of
they-
weird things happened.
but
though.
not just
Muhammad
that.
Ali also knocked out Superman.
Yes. Okay.
Rest in peace, Muhammad Ali.
Lex Luthor took Superman to a planet with a red sun so that they could have a boxing match.
Right.
Okay. These are stupid ideas.
Yes.
Okay. And the result from some of these stupid ideas is writers getting into writing themselves into corners and giving Superman powers to get him out.
See, I don't think that's the case.
Can I-
interject here?
Wait,
Before you do that, I
There was
want
a
to
point.
continue. I want to just say,
This is my era.
I just want to say, Kimbrough versus Rock. Goatee versus Peter.
Now here's my issue. Honestly, has nothing to
Station
do
of
with that.
Play versus Box of X.
It's that, okay, so one of the best reinventions of a character in comic book history was Batman.
Yes.
When they reinvented him from
Yes.
the campy to the dark noir,
Yeah.
that's one of the best reinventions of a character.
Obviously. Yes.
So, all of the best things about that goes away when you take him out of Gotham. When you put him in the Watchtower. When you put him when he's fighting Apocalypse and when he's fighting Darkseid. He's fighting on Apocalypse and he's fighting Darkseid. So, because in my opinion, when you take the Noir
Or when
out of Batman,
Kick
you get this.
in the solar plexus and
Well,
not.
that doesn't.
But he did use sleeping gas.
Okay.
But keep in mind that done well, these stories can be very good. Batman, Superman, Apocalypse, that Turner and so forth, where he goes and it isn't his strength that beats Apocalypse.
Sure.
It is his mind
Right.
and his
Cunning.
will and cutting.
Right.
And he is standing among gods not because he's actually strong enough to stand
Right.
among gods, but because he decided to take the time to do something to play a long game.
Sure. Hold on. Go
And when
ahead.
he could play a long game,
All right.
that's when it happened, when things work.
When we have discussions about old time comics, golden age, silver age, all that, we have to remember that comics had a job to do.
Yes.
Okay, a country at war, they had to keep the humor light, there were political issues, right, that could be addressed and then other times avoided.
Yes.
Okay, so the different writing styles reflect the times that we're going through.
Yes.
Okay, and we have to keep that in mind when we judge them.
I'm not
And-
judging all the writing.
And the golden age was an unstable time for
Right.
comics.
Yes.
There were
Correct.
so many comic book companies so no one really had the forethought to establish character bibles like they do today
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Sometimes character bibles work against you though.
Yes,
I know.
Freakazoid is completely devoid of a character bible, and
Yes, but
works
that is the
because
nature of his character.
Yes.
That is his nature.
Right, chaos is based on chaos, as long as it stays chaos, it's fine.
But yeah, see that example that you used is a rare example
Yes.
because in most other, I'm talking about Batman, Superman, Apocalypse,
Yeah.
and for the most part, the Batman, Superman stories, those are usually okay because they do put a lot of light on their friendship, which is
Yes.
important. But it's when you have him standing with the whole Justice League that you get shit like the Hellbat armor and all this
yeah.
other nonsense.
yes.
And
Or
Stupid
Dawn of
stuff.
Justice.
yeah, or that, just all that shit again.
The Hellbat armor though was easily to explain because they all the freaking Justice Leaguers
Sure.
use like Superman Force, I think,
Okay.
and the Sun.
Sure.
One woman enchanted that. Like,
Yes, I get it.
hold on.
It's the Deus Ex Machina armor. I get it.
Yeah.
I think
but
what
that
James was
doesn't-
also saying or referring to was the Justice League Buster suit.
Yeah.
Where miniature red suns are in his knuckles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
or you're talking about how like he beats everyone.
Yes.
By the way,
including the Flash with like some super.
just to drop some science really quick. Okay, a human body, technically, pound for pound, produces more energy than the sun does. So if you shrunk a sun down to the size where it's portable, it would produce fucking no radiation. Definitely not enough to hurt Superman. Yes, I know this is me applying science to comics, but God, it pissed me off.
You're absolutely right. And
So you're saying if they would have taken that Dragon Ball Z approach where you press a button that does like the fake moon thing
Right.
with a fake red sun, it would work?
Exactly.
Maybe.
yeah, might have.
no, red sun radiation. As long as it emits red sun radiation, it works.
Yeah.
Period.
But the
So
point is
they
that
make lamps that do it. They make
Red
oh,
Superman Red Sun, that happened.
Okay.
And very
That's
well.
Superman.
Oh, by the way, guys, hashtag during Jim because this is during Jim's time in comics.
no. Let's be honest here. Though.
That was during James' time in
What?
comics.
No.
Superman Red
Oh,
Sun?
no, he's talking. No, he's talking. You're talking about Golden Age. Though, right?
Yeah, golden.
Even that's before him, though.
Yeah, not really. I started reading comics in the 60s, late 60s.
Yeah, and
That's
in the-
Silver
that's
Age.
Silver Age.
Yeah.
Silver Age.
The
Julio,
Golden-
you fibber. You told me caveman paintings. Get it? Because he's
He was
old.
there.
I made the original caveman paintings. They weren't comics. They were
Okay,
political
so this
statements.
is before Jim then?
Well, BJ is not a good. Not a good.
I want to say thank you for allowing us into your house.
I'm so happy you guys are here, man. It's I was.
We haven't done a Cannon Fire here in ages.
I
The
don't-
last
I don't
time we
think
did
we've ever
one,
done a
was-
Cannon
you guys
Fire
done
here.
it.
we did one with Susie.
Here? In
It
Fort
was,
Lauderdale?
yeah, no, it was me and Susie because that was
yeah.
my ride. Because now I have a car, so I'll be
That's
bothering
right.
you more.
Here?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Him, me,
Fort
and
Lauderdale.
Susie.
Yes.
without you, Julio.
Florida.
There was a time the show succeeded without you.
That was also
You mean when it
BJ.
had less
That
than,
was all-
than 9 when it had less than 9 viewers?
Shut
Sorry, we have a whole 10 now.
We have a whole 10.
Actually, we're
Most
getting
people actually watch
20
some
and
stuff.
such.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Right. We actually have. No, we actually have followers.
All right, I'd like to ask.
We have 8 subscribers.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
God.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I want to bring up the YouTube thing. So you have your criticisms and you have your criticisms over our
You're a
skit.
bunch of critics.
How bad was it? We can take it. We can take it. I want it on record.
See, my problem is, and just me in particular, I just in general don't enjoy skits as as a form of entertainment. So it's not that I thought the skits were bad or anything like that. It's just not something I'm.
It's not
like,
your-
I don't like Saturday Night Live. I don't really like Mad TV. Just skits like that's not.
All right.
So we're not asking my son's opinion in the future.
Right.
Kim
Again,
Bro?
At least not for this
Are
one.
you a Kim Bro?
Or Kim
I
Miller.
thought there were good and bad portions of it.
The good part was when it ended. No, I'm kidding.
Level dead. Damaged.
But there were good and bad portions of it. The main problem that I had was it seemed a little rushed. The way it was.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. we put it all together in about an hour and a half.
We literally.
We created it, we rehearsed it, and we recorded it.
The reason why we came up with the ending was because we had
He
to.
literally had to go home.
But yeah, it's.
We literally started recording like at 9, and we finished like at 11 something, and I had to wake up early as heck to go to
You have no idea how many times like I had to rehearse opening the damn door.
We opened the door and we just pointed laughing.
And all I kept saying was Hodor.
Okay, moving on.
So
Moving on from everyone else's damage.
hopefully next one you'll enjoy more because it won't be as rushed because Julio won't have to go home hopefully.
Yes. Which presents us with a problem because now we have no idea how to close the show.
Yeah, usually we find that to end it.
Well, the camera's kind of in the way of the door, so we can't just like throw them out.
No.
Jazz style.
Please don't. That's my mom's camera.
On Saturday, I don't have.
Yeah, Dad.
It'll probably take all 4 of us.
It's still on a family.
Meta references.
Yes.
So I gotta ask. Next week, Star Trek Beyond. Anybody hyped?
Of course.
I liked
Absolutely.
the trailers. I liked the trailers.
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
know.
sure. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the new.
James doesn't watch trailers.
For anything.
No, that's sad. Anyways,
No, it's not sad. It's not sad. It's actually a lot better.
Yeah, no
It's
expectations.
honestly, I think that because of that, I've been able to enjoy some movies that a lot of people have criticized more heavily because I didn't have these weird expectations.
I like to shoot you an example that I saw with these two.
Shooting.
And Jim and I saw the trailers. He didn't. Terminator Genesis.
Yes.
Jim and I already went in going. James was like, "Oh damn, that's cool."
Yeah.
And we were just there like.
I don't watch trailers either. I'm not a
Now because of your son.
No, well, yeah, he got me going there too because I saw how much more he appreciated the movies. Right? Now I'm not as obsessive with him. I don't stand there and go la la la.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. James is. You can't even mention a line in a movie.
No, right? But
The word trailer.
but since I started doing that, I don't go in with preconceived
Trailer.
notions, and I enjoy the movie more.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a universal, it only applies to movies that I know I'm going to see.
Doctor
For
Strange.
example, yeah, exactly, Doctor Strange, there's no way I'm not going to watch a Doctor Strange movie. So yeah, I don't need to watch it. But if it's like a movie like I'm not familiar with, or
Just keep going.
just something that I don't know of, then yeah, I'll watch the trailers. And if the one trailer will hook me, then I don't watch anymore.
My God, he's right. I just wanted to do that.
But anyway,
Don't you ever
yeah,
do
he
that?
does. He looks like a caveman from
Geico commercials.
so easy, even a caveman could do it.
When he's working in the office.
That's offensive.
That's his
caveman.
motto. That's basically his motto.
Anyway, Star Trek.
Yes, thank you for bringing me on. Bringing yourself back.
We're warping back.
First off, I need to give JJ so much credit just because of the way he started this series of movies. Because he started it with, "Hey fanboys, shut the fuck up. It's an alternate universe."
The Kelvin
he
time.
started.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Hey fanboys, admire my lens flare.
Yeah.
No, wait.
I mean,
I don't think he told the fanboys shut up. And he goes, "Look, guys, you can live with this."
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, because he dedicated his movies to the fanboys.
I like to
Okay?
ask.
These are legitimate homages to the Star Trek franchise.
I like
In a
to.
way, yeah. But let's be frank. Let's be frank. If this was
You be
Okay,
frank.
I'll be earnest.
Yeah, yes.
I'm always frank and earnest with women.
Yes.
In Seattle, I'm frank, and Washington, I'm earnest.
yes.
It's not Seattle and Washington. I forgot the two cities.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Long
Daniel, you were saying.
If this stuff had been made in the '60s with the '60s stuff,
Right.
It wouldn't have failed.
it would have failed.
Yeah.
It would have failed.
Sure.
Then, okay, the original one failed, but still, this wouldn't have caught on anywhere near as well as the original.
Okay.
Okay, and that's partially because it doesn't appeal to the audience that Star Trek actually originally appealed to. If you understand.
How do you
what I'm
mean?
Yeah.
Okay, this has become Star Trek has become a blockbuster action kind of movie.
Space opera.
Okay, space opera in a lot of ways. Okay, but the original was not.
Well,
Okay, the original was Hornblower in space. That's how he pitched it.
Yeah.
Hornblower in space. It was a drama as much as anything else. There was action there, but it was meant to revolve more around a drama.
It was meant to, but it failed to do so.
It failed because it failed mostly because Roddenberry was, and I know I'm speaking blasphemy, he was a moron. Okay, he was.
Not in this fucking house.
You're not making it out of there alive.
No, like.
One moment, folks.
Yes, we'll be back momentarily.
The best
Listen,
episodes.
brief
first of
intermission
all,
break.
let's- first of
Okay,
all, let's-
okay.
let's
Are we
look
going
at
original
that.
series only?
Doesn't matter.
Hold on.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Let's take a look.
Use
First
that
of all,
point to kill him.
how big of balls do you have to take a Harlan Ellison script and say, I could rewrite this better?
Apparently enough balls to get it on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, Harlan Ellison wrote the very last episode.
Yeah.
Okay, and now for some reason it runs out of my mind. City on the Edge of Forever.
Uh-huh.
He wrote that two-part episode.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay, it turned out fantastic.
Which I just watched yesterday, by the way.
Yes. Okay, but Harlan Ellison, do you really think that Roddenberry's version was all that much better than Harlan Ellison?
Okay, see, look,
Could-
this is the thing. This is the
What
thing that
works
gets
on the
me.
page doesn't always transcend well to film.
This is what gets
But
me
Harlan
about when
Ellison
people
wrote
from this
scripts for
generation
other
look
things.
back. You always fail to acknowledge that these guys are pioneers. There was nothing like this on TV. And they
That's
took a
true.
lot of chances and had to talk a lot of shit to
Hey,
a lot of
and
people
then-
all right,
in order to get it on
hold
the
on,
air.
we're all-
Bring it back.
This is
We're
true.
all like ganging up on
That's-
camera,
that's-
which feels like another thread on this conference.
It's fine. I have no problem. I acknowledge that you're absolutely right. Okay, but also keep in mind that the episodes that were received and did the best had the least amount of Roddenberry involvement.
How do you substantiate that statement like that? We don't know. Hey,
Uh,
what went on in the
A
boardroom?
piece of the action had very little rewrites by Roddenberry. Okay, was written by someone else, someone completely different. Didn't have him as director. He was there as a producer, but he was also trying to pitch the movie.
Sure.
Okay, it turned out to be a great. It's one of the best episodes.
Yeah.
Trouble with Tribble's the same way.
Yeah, but you
Okay,
understand
he was
that
not
just because he didn't write it, that doesn't mean he wasn't on the cutting room floor. Like,
Right.
he was there for every. He was there for
but
consulting on every episode.
But by design, he had less to do with it, and a large portion
By
of
his
the
own
lore is-
design.
But a large portion of the shows that are less received, he had more to do with.
Now, I brought up Star Trek Beyond because the movie's coming out,
Yes.
but also there's quite a bit of
We're trying to
backlash.
get topical here. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get topical because you guys are speaking your opinions, but it's kind of like an echo chamber. Like,
Yes.
it's not gonna go anywhere.
No.
At least from what I've seen from both of you. No offense to both of you.
Yes, he's getting Ramos in stereo.
I know.
And surround
I'm
sound.
sandwiched by
Yeah.
spiders.
That's it.
Get these spiders off of me.
No. The spiders want him to tap dance. He doesn't want to tap dance.
So go. Dance, monkey, dance.
You tell those spiders.
Daniel
Rob.
here is bringing up Roddenberry.
Right.
Roddenberry's name was brought up earlier in the press thanks to George Takei.
Right.
So Simon Pegg kind of let loose that they made Sulu gay in the Kelvin timeline, which is Abrams' verse.
Right.
Yes.
Now,
Kelly.
Sulu is completely against it. In his words, he feels
Takei.
Takei is completely against it.
What I said?
Sulu doesn't get a
Sorry.
Sulu doesn't
Damn.
Okay.
He's written how he's written.
Yeah, he's a fictional character.
So, Takei, thank you
Hey,
very much.
Sulu. Correction, all of you.
Oh my. So,
Oh my.
damn, that's good.
Yes.
That's wrong.
All right, go.
So,
It is worded several times.
Oh dear.
So Takei has come out and said basically, I disagree with this idea of making Sulu gay because Roddenberry did not create these characters, didn't foresee these characters to be like that. It goes against Roddenberry's vision. However, Simon Pegg says, listen, I just wanted to do it as an homage to you and things like that. Takei, of course, later on in his excerpt, did say, if you're going to make a character gay, create a new character and make them gay.
Right.
Jim here has said many, many times, if you're going to change a character, if you're going to change Steve Rogers to be gay, make a new character and then make them Captain America.
Yes.
Like take the mantle or something like that.
Reinvent. Let me just
Thor
say.
and a few others.
Reinventing a character is just being lazy. Okay? A character that has already developed and has become its own entity, you have to respect that entity and keep portraying him the same way. You want a new element, you go through the trouble of creating a new character.
See, if that were the case, then Wonder Woman's weakness would still be being bound by men.
Well, again, like I said, develop. Characters can develop.
That's not developed, that's changed. They changed her powers.
Yes.
She changed from being an obvious allegory for bondage
Right.
to a legitimate, strong female character. And the fact of
Or
the matter
Green
is,
Lantern being weak to yellow.
right. The fact of the matter is that 98% of these characters were written by men who grew up in times of misogyny and
Right.
racism.
Yep.
So the fact of the matter is that if those characters were created today, and if they were truly a reflection of our society today, they would be black, gay, Latino. You know, they would have all these things. And the fact, and also, people have proven time and time again that no one gives a shit about new characters because they've tried that. They've tried introducing new characters, but no one cares.
And-
I don't see that they've tried it at all. I really don't. Like, what, every once in a while you throw one out there? I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, the
Or
reason
just
that happens
change
because
from
the comics just don't last.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comics just don't last because nobody buys them.
I'd like to throw out one for you
Okay.
that I never thought I would like it.
Right.
But Alan Scott gay is one of the best things
It's
I've done
great.
for that character.
Okay.
But of course, there's some things you can't do. You can't make Black Panther white.
No, obviously.
But nobody's gonna do that.
And look, like I have my limits too. Like, for instance, I'm okay with it as long as it doesn't change the character at his core.
Exactly.
So, like, look, for instance, making Iceman gay doesn't change shit. He's still Iceman. Nothing changes there.
Right.
However, now if they had made Captain, okay, hold on. If they had made,
That was more of a joke than.
if they had made Captain America black, that changes a lot of things.
Because it doesn't
Yeah.
fit into his canon.
What?
That's
Exactly.
one of the problems that my dad had when because he grew up with the early Silver Age
Sure.
Marvel comics. Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Nick Fury.
You remember him, right? The white guy?
The white guy. Yeah, the white guy.
Yeah, that's why the black
was-
one's called Nick Fury
Yeah.
Jr.
Yeah.
In the comics.
Yeah.
The son.
Yeah, you know, but my dad didn't have any of the exposure to the comics to kind of explain the difference. Okay, so all he saw when he went to the movies was, oh, they made Nick Fury black.
Sure.
I'm not sure that really works, especially considering an African American man would not have become
Right.
leader of a unit.
Hey man, I had to deal with my biological father being a huge Hulk fan, trying to explain to me why the poodle scene in the Hulk 2003 was a good scene. Sometimes the
There was
old
no-
ways
there
aren't
was
the best
no-
ways.
It was hulking with emotion.
He legit was like, it's a great fight. I'm like, why? It's three.
You know what I will defend
Gamma
that
dogs.
movie for forever, though? Of all the incarnations of the Hulk,
Jennifer Connelly?
wow. No, I still like the way that one moves the best. In my opinion, he did the super jump the best.
Right.
The way he fought, all of that, in my opinion, looked more like what I expect from the Hulk in the comics. Yeah, that's me. Just
Wait,
that,
you're thinking about like Dumb Hulk, like first incarnation?
yeah, like Savage Hulk. That
Kirby.
Huh?
Kirby Hulk.
Yeah, well,
Right, exactly. Kirby Hulk, exactly that.
Well, the 2000, 81.
Yeah,
That one was.
But in general,
Julio and James have had this argument so many times, but never on camera.
I'm sorry, one of the great lines in all of the Marvel cinema is him trying to say, "You won't like me when I'm angry" in Spanish.
estoy enojado. No te gustaría cuando estoy enojado. But that was great.
Hey, you know everybody in Florida got a good one then, right?
See that? Oh yeah, but what's this dude's name? Current Hulk, Ruffalo has just blown me away with just what he's done with the character in general.
Oh yeah.
His characterization of Banner is perfect.
He is the personification of the Hulk.
Yeah.
He has that whole demon on my back so down pat, where he just lives with it. It's something. It's not even something that. It's just something. It's a reality of life. It's as real as gravity for him.
That was one of my favorite lines in the movie. Is that you wanted to know my secret? I'm always
That's
angry.
it right there. I'm always angry. And then he just
angry.
turns and puts his fist. The speech that he gives, I tried to put a bullet in my mouth and the other guy spit it out.
The other guy spit it out.
That's a great line.
Oh, sorry.
We kind of skipped over the whole thing.
Oh yeah, no, we do have to go back.
What else do you want to talk about?
No,
But like you are against Sulu being gay in the new time.
Actually, I'm not.
Oh,
Okay?
you are?
No, I'm not.
So there is times where
I'm-
you're okay with change in the character.
Yes, okay.
Are you going to work now on
all I
TV?
really care about, and my son tried to make it more than it is, but is when they make it a focal point.
Stimulate your word, Jim.
If it happens naturally within the confines of the script and the movie and flows naturally, I have no problem with it. But when they try to make a political statement out of it, then I have a problem.
See, I agree and disagree at some points only because there's just some times where it's such a good soapbox to stand on that it's a waste if they don't.
Okay, a movie that's supposed to entertain the masses, is not the place for it.
I disagree. Like comics have proven time and time again that they are capable of delivering really hard hitting
Social
messages.
messages, yes.
Yeah. So why waste that? If you have a character that is a woman who is struggling to be a woman in a man's world, that should be something you focus on.
Julio, you want to say something?
I agree that, though, Takei is not okay with it. I feel that, it's a good thing that Sulu is gay because it's not really for the character development or anything. It's because normally people like to relate to the characters they watch movies about. Like all these girls and all these people that like were stuck in wheelchairs. When Oracle came out and they saw Oracle being the badass, still being a badass, woman, helping people, like being better with technology and finding every single type of crime more than Batman himself.
Every time Batman tried to assemble a successful team, it failed.
And Oracle does it like in.
But with Oracle's ability, she makes it happen. She puts together a massive
these
team.
people, I see like posts online that they're like so happy. It's like, oh, I can relate to someone.
I just want to.
completely took it away.
I don't know why I didn't make it. That was a great show.
Closing time, open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time.